Stage 1 landing burn startup.
And there's that landing burn starting.
Stage 1 landing leg deploy.
And the Falcon has landed for the 50th time in SpaceX history. What an amazing live view all the way to touchdown.
Stage 1 nominal landing confirmed.
What an awesome view of our first stage for the 50th time.
All right, let's see what we can see here on the left side of the screen. It's a beautiful day out there.
Landing legs are deployed.
Right, that landing burn is currently going. Unfortunately, we don't have the video from the vehicle, but we do have the drone
Stage 1
video.
landing leg deployed.
Stage 2 is in terminal guidance.
All right, and yes. Awesome. That's the third landing of this booster. Second time landing on, of course, I Still Love You.
Falcon 9 has landed. Operators, please proceed.
Very cool. And
11.100.
any second now, we should be seeing SSO-A. That is where that second stage. All right. You can see that light on the left. Stage 1
Stage 2
making
is
its
under
way.
terminal guidance.
Stage 1 landing leg
All right.
deploy.
And yes, we have another landing. This is the fourth landing of this vehicle and the 48th Falcon 9 first stage landing to date. This is awesome. We got video the whole time. That was cool. All right, stage 2.
SECO 1.
Stage 1 landing leg deploy.
Cheers. Ready for confirmation. Now, a bunch of things happened there. Secondary engine cutoff number 1 just happened. The spacecraft is in a good working orbit. And booster 1056 has just recovered it for the third time. This is our 47th successful landing.
Acquisition of signal, New Hampshire.
Stage 1 landing legs are deployed.
Unfortunately, it looks like we have lost our feed for the booster landing. Oh, and there it is. You hear the crowd behind me. Another successful landing. Congrats to the entire SpaceX team for another successful land. This marks our 20th successful first stage recovery. This secondary mission is an important part of our commitment to vehicle reusability.
Stage 1 landing leg deployed.
It looks like we're not going to get video on the way down. Oh, but we have the drone ship. And wow. The Falcon has landed for the 4th time. Amazing. These boosters are designed to be used 10 times. Let's turn it around for a 5th, guys.
So in order to make its way back to landing zone 1, the Falcon 9's first stage is going to execute a series of 3 burns. The first of which is the boost back burn. We've just seen that shut
Acquisition
down.
of signal, Bermuda.
It's meant to slow the rocket down and orient it for re-entry. It also helps Falcon 9 laterally return to the landing zone. Liftoff was only a few minutes ago, but we traveled a significant distance horizontally that we want to recoup. Shortly after that first burn initiated, you see some of our titanium grid fins. There's 4 of them. They're located near the top of the first stage. They're deployed at this time and help guide the rocket during descent once the atmosphere is thicker. Now, following that boost back burn, our second burn is executed. It's our entry burn. It helps the vehicle slow itself down before hitting the dense part of the atmosphere. Failing to perform this burn would put unnecessary strain on the Falcon 9. And lastly, our third burn, the landing burn, happens just before touchdown and takes the booster down softly to land, and our 4 landing legs also deploy during this final burn. You can see Cape Canaveral coming into view. In terms of fuel conservation, we only fire 1 Merlin engine on this final burn, engine number 9, the center engine.
Stage 1, entry transonic. Stage 1 landing brake started.
Our landing burn has begun.
Stage 2 has entered terminal guidance.
You see the landing legs are deploying.
Falcon 9 has landed. Landing operators moving to procedure 11.100.
And the Falcon has landed. Congratulations to everyone here at SpaceX for another successful landing. For those of you keeping score, this is our 44th successful first stage recovery. This is our secondary mission at SpaceX. It's our commitment to vehicle reusability. Back to our primary mission.
In about 20 seconds, we're going to look for that side booster landing burn to begin on both boosters.
Side boosters transonic.
About 10 seconds away.
Side booster landing burn startup.
We've heard the call out for side booster landing burn startup, and there you see it on your screen. See it coming towards our 2 landing pads. See those landing legs deploy. Incredible.
Side boosters are successfully landed. Landing operators moving to procedure 11.100.
Confirmed side booster landing. What an iconic view.
Stage 1 landing burn has started.
And we have confirmation that the center core landing burn has begun. You can see that coming down on Of Course I Still Love You.
Center core landing legs are deployed.
Got a pretty good view. And as you can see on our screen, it looks like our center core did not make it on our drone ship, Of Course I Still Love You tonight. Again, as we've been mentioning, this was the most challenging landing that we've had to date. And this is...
Stage 1 landing burn has started.
Landing burn has begun. Due to the fog, we might lose the video as it touches down, but stay tuned.
Landing legs are deployed.
Okay, there you can see. There you can see, again through the fog, but at least a little bit more clearly this time, Falcon 9 has landed at Landing Zone 1 back at Vandenberg Air Force Base.
The landing burn has started as scheduled. We don't currently have video from that first stage, but stand by. We may be able to get something from the drone ship. Landing burn started at 8 minutes and 9 seconds, and the landing is scheduled for 8 minutes and 30 seconds, just about now. You can tell here at SpaceX headquarters we haven't yet gotten any video from the drone ship, but we're just waiting for confirmation.
And this is recovery. Falcon 9 has landed. Landing operators moving to procedure 11.100 on recovery 1 and ECF 9.
While we're waiting for that, we are expecting SECO to happen shortly. That is second engine cutoff.
Back shut down.
It sounds like we may have confirmation that the first stage has landed. That is a shot from Of Course I Still Love You of the first stage of the Falcon 9 rocket for its third landing.
And it looks like we got an infrared shot of stage 1 there. That's an awesome view. So we're not getting a lot of sunlight, at least we could see it with the infrared view. And there's that landing burn beginning. That looks awesome. Again, we are landing on our drone ship, Of Course I Still Love You. Looks like we're following the first stage all the way to the drone ship.
Terminal guidance.
Looks like we've got a good live view of this landing here. And we have touchdown of the first stage Falcon 9 vehicle on our drone ship, Of Course I Still Love You. That was an incredible view of that entire landing. That was awesome.
Booster separation confirmed.
Successful separation, if you can hear me over the cheering. Side boosters now beginning a flip to begin returning back to Cape Canaveral. Side boosters have begun the boost back burn. The center core has throttled back up to power.
Coming up in about 5 seconds here, the side boosters landing burn will begin as well.
Side booster landing burn has started.
You can see the side boosters coming down. An amazing view. You can hear our crowd going crazy right now. Both side boosters has landed on our landing pads, Zone 1 and Zone 2. What an amazing sight to see. So again, as we mentioned earlier, this is going to be a challenging landing.
Stage 1 landing
and we
burn
are
is starting.
landing on our drone ship, Of Course I Still Love You. And
Center core landing legs are deployed.
looks like we lost the live view. Waiting for some confirmation, and it sounds like we landed the center core on our drone ship. We have landed the center core for the first time on our drone ship, Of Course I Still Love You. For the first time, we've landed all 3 boosters for Falcon Heavy. What an amazing day. So now we are going to take a quick break. You can hear our crowd going wild. 3 for 3 boosters today on Falcon Heavy. What an amazing accomplishment.
We did just hear that stage 1 landing burn has started.
All right, let's see if we get it.
Stage 1 landing leg deployed.
It sounds like, there you go on your screen, we do have a successful first stage landing despite the challenging conditions there. And we also got confirmation of stage 2 in good orbit.
Drone ship AOS.
Drone ship AOS means the drone ship has acquired
Stage
the
1
signal.
landing burn has started.
Center engine has lit. We're slowing ourselves down, preparing to find the drone ship right underneath us. You've got the camera view from the drone ship now. Waiting to see the first stage come into view. And we're getting the signal dropout, which is not unusual. We're going to keep pressing on. We have not heard confirmation.
Falcon 9 has landed. Landing operators moving to 11.1 high.
There you go. We heard the call out from recovery. Falcon 9 has landed. And we've got the view back from this drone ship. There it is, right in the middle of the bullseye. The first stage is back again down on Earth.
It is absolutely amazing. I've been at Cape Canaveral for these landings before where you can feel those sonic booms in your chest. It is just so exciting along the Space Coast.
Stage 1 transonic. Stage 1 entry burn startup.
You can see all three of the 9 of those Merlin engines light up right now, executing that re-entry burn and slowing that first stage down.
Stage 1 entry burn shutdown.
And we just heard the call out for an entry burn shutdown. Landing burn will begin. That's the next phase of landing at T plus 7 minutes and 35 seconds. We currently have an unbelievable view of Cape Canaveral from the bird's eye view.
It is absolutely amazing. I've been at Cape Canaveral for these landings before where you can feel those sonic booms in your chest. It is just so exciting along the Space Coast.
Stage 1 transonic. Stage 1 landing burn startup.
Stage 2 continues along the nominal trajectory.
Right now, stage 2 is currently on a nominal trajectory. This is the primary mission to get that Dragon spacecraft into orbit. Right now you can see that second stage engine is performing nominally with the Merlin vacuum engine glowing red hot.
Landing operators need to return out to a site rep and we can continue to see.
We're certainly excited to hear about it here in Hawthorne as and across all of SpaceX, as this is the third time, the first time that we are trying to land this for a third time. So there we can see that final landing burn happening. We'll be looking for deployment of the landing legs here momentarily. as you can hear from the crowd cheers here, Falcon 9 has touched down for the third time.
Landing bird startup.
And there was Seco. You caught it at the very end there. Don't know exactly what's happening with the landing, but we'll report back for that as soon as we have information. But you saw that blip there at the end where Seco 1, second engine cutoff number 1, did occur, where the second stage stopped firing. We're going to check some data and tune in on first stage here in a second.
Nominal orbital insertion. All right, landing shut down.
Falcon signal Cape Canaveral at the
on the drone ship.
And there it is. The first stage has landed on the drone ship. Of course, I Still Love You in the Atlantic Ocean for another recovery and a potential third refurbished flight of this same booster. So with good success of that.
There it is. That's the start of the landing burn.
Stage 1 landing burn has started.
That Falcon 9 first stage should be approaching the ground just about in 5 seconds here. Let's watch as it attempts to land.
Stage 1 landing legs at the point. Vandenberg, LZ4, the Falcon is landed.
And it appears that the Falcon 9 first stage has just stuck the landing at LZ4 at Vandenberg Air Force Base. This is great news for everyone here at SpaceX. Reminder that this is the first time we've ever landed a rocket first stage back at Vandenberg Air Force Base. Great news for everyone.
AFTS has saved.
Stage 1 landing startup.
We have single engine startup on the first stage for landing. We're getting views from the onboard camera.
Back shutdown. Stage 1 landing leg deploy.
And we're waiting for confirmation on first stage on the drone ship.
This is recovery. Falcon 9 is landed. All landing operators proceed to procedure 11.
We don't have a view, but we hear recovery calling out Falcon 9 is landed. Also, importantly, in the background just now, we had second stage engine shutdown on time. Guidance, navigation, and control engineer confirms we have a nominal orbit. That's the parking orbit, the first of 2 planned.
So hopefully we'll get that camera view back.
Stage 1 landing burn.
Landing burn has begun. Let's see what we get. So we lost the video right there, but hopefully we will get that back. And so what we're going to do right now is we're going to take a little break. As you can hear, we got it. Awesome. This is the second landing of this booster. Landed successfully on board. Of course, I Still Love You. It's a great shot right there.
Stage 1 landing burn startup.
Waiting for the downlink from the drone ship or from the Falcon 9.
Stage 1 landing leg deploy. And landing burn shutdown.
We've heard a call out, landing legs deployed, then we heard landing shutdown. We don't have a very good picture, but we think we have a first stage on the drone ship.
Landing legs have deployed.
And of course, as a rocket descends upon a drone ship out in the middle of the ocean, it is of course difficult to sustain connection with it, so we'll get an update on that in a second. At about T plus 26 minutes. And before we step into that coast period, there the vehicle is. Again, as a rocket fires upon a ship with a camera, it's hard to keep connectivity, but there it is, standing proud on Of Course I Still Love You.
Stage 1 landing by started.
So it looks like we don't have a great video signal with that first stage right now, but we do have confirmation that the landing burn has started. Those landing legs should be deploying very soon. There it is. And after a brief interruption in the video signal, we are looking at the 25th recovered first stage of a Falcon 9 vehicle. What a great sight. That is a camera on our drone ship, Of Course I Still Love You. The crowd's going nuts here at SpaceX headquarters in Hawthorne.
The drone ship is situated approximately 300 kilometers off the coast of Florida, and as you can see, that landing burn has started. Let's see if we can catch it. The first stage has successfully landed on Of Course I Still Love You. This marks the 24th successful landing of a Falcon 9 first stage.
Center core entry burn shutdown.
And even though those look very similar, those two boosters views, those are actually representing different boosters. And they're heading towards Earth. They're about to begin their landing burns. We'll hopefully be able to bring you nice footage of that.
Both side boosters transonic.
And watch for the landing legs deploy at the tail end of that landing burn.
And that landing burn has started.
Both boosters looking to be on track towards their respective landing zones.
Landing burns have started. Side boosters landing legs have deployed.
And the Falcons have landed.
LZ1, LZ2, both side boosters have touchdown. Landing operators move into 11 by 100 recovery 1 and recovery 2.
And coming up very shortly, the Center Core will be attempting its landing on the autonomous spaceport drone ship.
You may also be hearing the second engine cut off. Oh, check on your screen. Sometimes this footage goes out when it approaches the drone ship and the heavy vibrations make it lose signal. We're crossing our fingers that's not the case right now.
Stage 2, nominal parking orbit insertion.
So it looks like that landing is happening at the moment. We have lost signal. We're hoping that signal comes back shortly.
Oh man, yeah. As Michael.
Stage 1 landing burn has started. Landing legs have deployed. LZ1, Falcon is landed. Landing operators move from procedure 11.100 on RCR1 and red 2.
Our primary mission, but on the left-hand side, let's tune in and watch this landing burn.
Landing burn has just started, as you can see. Watch for those landing leg deploy. Just a second or two.
Begun. A 30-second landing burn.
Stage 2, AFTS has...
It's a live view from, of course, I Still Love You, our drone ship out in the Atlantic Ocean.
And we have second.
We do have confirmation while we're waiting for an image from the drone ship that we did have our second stage engine cutoff. Stage 1 has landed. We don't have any images and footage to share with you. Oh, there's an image right now.
Stage 2 AFTS has saved.
This is video from the drone ship, Of Course I Still Love You.
Landing legs have deployed.
And a brief cutout in video there, but as you can see, Falcon 9 rocket is currently standing on the deck of Course I Still Love You. Yet another successful landing of a Falcon 9 first stage. This is our 18th successful landing of the Falcon 9 rocket.
Now we're getting ready for the landing burn of the first stage.
Landing burn start. Stage 1 landing successful.
Delta LS. 7.5 minutes into flight. You can hear from the applause. We lost the signal briefly, then it returned with the view of the first stage in that pre-dawn darkness, sitting on top of Just Read the Instructions. Out in the Pacific Ocean, a successful landing of the first stage.
Stage 1 is transonic.
Coming up in just a few seconds now, we're going to begin the landing burn.
That will slow the vehicle down for a gentle touchdown.
Landing burn started.
This is a single engine burn, which allows for more control. And there you can see it on the screen on your right there, descending through the clouds, headed towards the concrete pad.
Landing leg deployed. The Falcon has successfully landed. Landing operators, please move to procedure 11.100 for section 3.
And there we had it. You can see the landing legs deployed. That's Falcon 9 standing proud at landing zone 1.
All right, that landing
Stage
burn
1
has
landing
started.
burn started.
You can see the drone ship in the view.
Landing legs deployed.
Ah, and it looks like we lost the camera feed. Oh, wait, there we go.
Falcon 9 has landed.
Falcon 9
Landing operators,
has landed on just instructions. This is the 15th successful landing of Falcon 9.
For those of us just joining, on the left-hand side, we have a camera on the first stage as it descends, and on the right-hand side, we have a camera on the ground tracking that first stage as it makes its way back. You can see the rocket start to vibrate around as it hits the thicker parts of the atmosphere. In about 10 seconds, that center Merlin engine is going to ignite once more and set the rocket down as gently as possible at the pad at LZ1. Landing burn has begun. On the left-hand side, you can see the first stage approaching the pad. And on the right-hand side, you see the pad shot. Let's watch it land. Just saw on this webcast, X marks the spot for yet another picture-perfect landing of a Falcon 9 first stage back at LZ1 in Cape Canaveral, Florida.
Landing burn is underway.
Stage 2 power, 23 Nevada.
And you can tell by the cheering in the background. First stage, Falcon 9 Flight 38 has landed on just read the instructions.
We may also occasionally lose coverage of the first stage entry as we come in through the horizon. That is all perfectly normal. We're coming up in about 30 seconds on our landing burn from the first stage. About 45 more seconds for this stage 2 burn.
Landing burn has started.
The confirmation of the landing burn has started.
Landing legs have deployed.
And And it looks like we may have lost some of the footage coming in for the landing ship, coming in for the drone ship. We do expect to lose signal from the drone ship as we come in. If you've watched previous missions, that is not uncommon for us to lose coverage of the first stage coming back to the drone ships. The rocket vibrations coming into something like that can cause some issues. And it looks like we did have a good recovery of the first stage. Video feed did come back. That is touchdown for first stage on the drone ship.
That's a beautiful shot of that first stage return. Let's watch it go down to the pad.
Stage 1 just passed through transonic regime.
Landing burn startup.
And landing burn has hit startup, and we have ignition. See the landing legs at play in a few seconds. And we have touchdown. First stage has landed back at landing zone 1.
SES-10 is in good orbit, but right now we're just watching our screen here, waiting to see the.
Let's watch on the screen. Looks like we may not have continuous video feed from the drone ship right now. Like we said, this is expected. We don't currently have direct line of sight with that drone ship. We only have a satellite link, and as it gets down kind of close, that Merlin engine can vibrate the satellite link. And sometimes we can lose video. So just stay put here. We're going to let you know.
Descending there with the landing zone in the background. It's amazing to think of what's happening. That is coming back from space with live footage. It is approaching the landing zone now. You're seeing on the screen, landing legs deployed. As it softly touches down successfully on LZ1. Congratulations, Falcon.
The Falcon has landed once again, landing zone 1.
So it looks like the clouds are just beginning to break there, making for a pretty picture-perfect landing. No video from the ground like we'd expected earlier, but we did get great video all the way down.
You may have noticed little puffs of what looked like smoke coming out from between the grid fins every once in a while. Those are part of the attitude control system. I think this is the
landing burn. Looks like
burn.
the landing burn has just started, so we should be coming right down on the deck of just read the instructions.
This is a single engine landing burn, so it's a slower decrease in speed.
You can actually see the deck of the
There's
drone
the
ship
deck.
right now.
Wow.
Here we have the first ever successful landing on to just read the instructions our West Coast drone ship. This is fantastic.
This is the first landing on just read the instructions, and the first time we've attempted anything on it for over a year, so we're all very happy. Now we have 2 drone ships that have both successfully received first stages. Looks like we could see the exhaust gases just on the top of the frame.
Seems as though things have frozen, which, like we said, this speed, there's no Wi-Fi out in the Atlantic Ocean yet.
Before the second stage begins, a second burn to turn that orbit from a circular.
Those are the landing legs of the first stage, which has apparently come back down to, of course, I Still Love You, for a successful landing on the drone ship.
It looks fantastic. That looks right. X marks the spot right in the center of the drone ship. It's always great to see one of our boosters come back.
As Tom just mentioned, we have those cameras out at Landing Zone 1, as you can see right here, and this is where we're going to see the Falcon 9 return.
You should see the range there. Landing will start pretty soon. We can't promise it, but the footage should be better than on the drone ship because the video cameras are a little bit further away. You can see the vehicle's plumes coming into frame now. That's Falcon 9 going to return at Landing Zone 1. Coming into the landing burn now, and you should be able to see it on your screen.
If footage cuts out, we find that the drone ship shakes a lot with that final few seconds as the force from the engines comes down. The landing burn has begun.
You can see the drone ship shaking.
Looks like our feed may have froze a little bit. Again, intense vibrations from the drone ship due to the rocket landing.
Smoke.
Smoke clearing.
Smoke.
I see a vehicle.
I see somewhat of a rocket. Move, smoke.
Fingers crossed. We don't know.
You're seeing what we're seeing right now. We should be able to have some conclusive evidence in a second once we reestablish video. You can hear.
Stage 1 landing burn started.
Exactly. You can see it on your screen there. What first stage actually does is it runs 1 engine, then 3, then 1 to slow it down to 12 mode. And that's what you're about to see enter frame here. And there it is. You're seeing what we're seeing.
Falcon 9 has landed. Landing operator moving procedure 11.100 and return.
Pick it up after this.
Expecting a successful attempt at this time around.
But we're
learning, we're always hoping. And you're hearing our cheer right now because coming into the drone ship, we will show you what we can right there, and that's a view from our drone ship in the Mid-Atlantic Ocean. And it looks like we have the landing
like we said before, if it ends in a beautiful ball of fire on our platform, that is okay. We're still going to learn a lot from it.
So keep standing by here. We'll get you some video really soon. Sounds like stage 1 is going through its transonic phase through the atmosphere. It means it's heading right down towards that drone ship. We're on track for hopefully a great landing right now.
So right now, we just got confirmation that the landing burn has started. Let's take a look at the drone ship now. So you're seeing live footage of Course I Still Love You, our drone ship, waiting for where's the engine? Slow it down, lights are deployed.
Means we can't burn the engines as much. That means slowing the vehicle down. Oh, let's take a look at the drone ship here. Is that the... And the video has frozen out. Oh, wait, here we go. Oh, we're seeing something, guys. And we're out. Now, this is something that we expect to see.
Hopefully in just a few seconds you'll be able to see the re-entry burn as the rocket approaches the drone ship.
Stage 1 landing legs have deployed.
CRS-1.
Landing legs have deployed. Looks like we should be seeing it soon.
Landing legs have deployed.
And stage 2
We've also had confirmation that we've had a successful cutoff of our second engine, so it's now entering the coast phase. Again, just waiting for Falcon 9 to set down here on our autonomous spaceport drone ship.
Looks like we might have a little bit of problem with the video, but we are waiting to hear.
My name is Lauren Lyons. I'm a mission integrator here at SpaceX, and I'm standing outside of mission control at our company headquarters here in Hawthorne, California. As you can see, we have tons of people out here really excited because today is not just any old launch for SpaceX. Today's launch represents a series of firsts for us. It's our first flight following our approximately 6-month hiatus following our June 28th anomaly. It's the first flight of our upgraded Falcon 9 rocket. We're going to tell you more about that later on. We'll also be deploying 11 of the Orbcomm satellites, another first for SpaceX. And today, if all goes well, we'll make history by being the first to fly back and land the first stage of our rocket to land. Tons of stuff going on today, so let's get started.
That's what I'm going to try to do. And the crazy thing is, we're like 30 seconds away from this crazy, energetic room. This is going to be a
operators moving to procedure 11.100, section 3 on LZ1 VNet, recovery net.
It's hard to understand what a big moment this is. Every single space agency in the world is watching this. This is, I mean, there's so many quotes of people in space agencies saying this will never be done. And 5 or 6 years ago, people saying it's not possible to land the first stage, and they did it. You guys did it. Nice going.